Today, we're going to Folly Farm in West Wales. It's one of our favourite places to go. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how this video is going to turn out, and that's something that I say a lot because I generally don't know. I have some kind of an idea of how things are going to turn out, but I don't really know up until I get there. But this video might be a little bit different. So I'm going to show you everything that Folly Farm has to offer, and I'm going to hopefully show you why it's one of our favourite places to go to. We've been going there ever since we've been together. But I'm going to be really honest, and this is going to be a little bit left field for a video or for a Sunday morning as it is today. My anxiety is absolutely ruining me. It's been the same for the last couple of days. Chris thought it'd be a good idea to get me out of the house, basically, and go to Folly Farm and have a bit of a day out. I agree with that, but every fibre of my being is like, no, I don't want to see people. I don't want to be like amongst people or anything like that. I do suffer with anxiety quite a lot. And I'm not going to talk about it in this video, but in a couple of months' time, there's a couple of videos that I want to do that are going to be talking all about mental health and that kind of thing. I'm not going to tell you what they are now because it's a little bit random, but yeah, my anxiety is just making me so uncomfortable this morning. So when we get to Folly Farm, I'm probably not going to talk to the camera very much. You might be stuck with voice over me from in a second right the way until the end of the video. I don't know how it's going to turn out. But anxiety aside, at the end of the day, we're going to Folly Farm. It's one of our favourite places to go. And I'm going to try my best to not let it get to me too much. So I might pop up every now and again whilst we're there, but I'm not too sure at the moment. I'm going to try my best to make something decent out of our day at Folly Farm, but if you do enjoy it, please do consider liking it and subscribing and all that stuff, because without trying to go on about mental health and all that stuff too much, all of the likes and comments and subscribers and all of this stuff that I keep seeing slowly happen. I'm only on about 380 at the moment as I'm talking to you. It's not like I'm taking over the world, and it's also not like I'm reinventing the wheel, but people are starting, whether it's one or two people, they're starting to interact and watch these videos, and it's really helping me more than anybody will be able to work out, because I just haven't got the words to explain how much that kind of stuff helps me. But anyway, this intro has probably been far too long, and you're probably not here anymore, but if you are, let's go to Folly Farm. So we've just got here, my hair's all over the place, and straight away, I think I regret wearing shorts and not bringing a coat today, because as you can see, the clouds don't look very promising. Oh dear, wish me luck. So, as I said earlier on, you're going to be stuck with voice over me throughout this video, and here I am. Now, as I'm talking to you, it's been around about 2 weeks or so since we went to Folly Farm, and my anxiety's still there a little bit, but I appreciate you're not here for that, so let's jump straight into Folly Farm. And we went here at the end of May, and to be completely honest, I'm not sure why this was, but it was a lot quieter than usual, and we noticed that one or two things had changed. I don't want to jump too far ahead of myself, though, so let's start at the entrance, and the first thing that you'll see is the price of wristbands for the rides that are in the fairground that we'll go to a little bit later on. There's also information about how much other things cost, such as annual passes, and of course general admission for one day. And that's the first thing that I'll talk about, the price. It seems to have gotten quite expensive. It's nearly £30 now for an adult to get in. Going back over the years, I remember only paying half of that, and if I'm honest, I'm saying going back over the years, I am going back 10 years or so, and I know that was quite a long time ago, and I know that inflation's a thing, and I know that we're in a cost of living crisis and everything is just going up and up and up, but it's a little bit noticeable now, and I'll explain why a little bit later, but it's, I don't know, it just seems a bit expensive. But on to the rest of the day for now, and it's always funny to me that the day at Folly Farm starts with a walk through the shop. Usually you'd expect a gift shop to be at the end of whatever attraction you're visiting, but Folly Farm's different in that it's one of those places where they get you walking through the shop as soon as you get there. But the first stop for us was the Jolly Barn, and straight away it felt a little bit different because for whatever reason we weren't allowed to feed the animals this time. For as long as we've been coming here, we've always been able to feed the animals in the barn, but this time for whatever reason the food for the animals was out of reach of the public. I'm not sure why this was, but we've been coming here for years, and yeah, this was the first time that we weren't able to feed them. You could pet them and everything, but no feeding this time. Anyway, I feel like I've been talking at you for a little bit now, so let's put some music on, and let's go for a stroll around Folly Farm. I'll speak to you in a bit.
So after a bit of a walk around, we sat down and had something to eat, and eventually we ended up in the fair. Now, I might not be that keen on rides, but I do like having a wander around the fair. If you didn't know, the fair at Folly Farm has a selection of vintage rides. Now, I knew that these rides were old, but I didn't realise how old until I read some of the signs. The carousel, for example, is over 100 years old, and I don't know, I just find it interesting. To get on the rides, you've got to pay using tokens. It was £1 per token when we were there, and going back to the price of things, I remember when tokens used to be 50p not too long ago, so the cost of everything definitely is on the up. Either way though, we didn't go on anything. Although Chris loves rides, like I've said and I'll always say, theme park rides or fairground rides are not really my favourite things in the world. I'll go on them, especially in Florida, but I wasn't feeling it this time. And besides, I'd already paid my theme park ride tax to this relationship the previous week when I went on the big one at Pleasure Beach in Blackpool. And I've got a video of our weekend in Blackpool on my channel, by the way. Go and watch it if you want to. But shortly after the fair, it was time to leave. So that was Folly Farm. It was a good day out. It always tends to be a good day out when we go there, to be honest. It's a sentimental place for us. We've been going every year since we've been together. I can't help but mention the price to get in, though. It's gone up so much since we started going all that time ago. And it's not like it's gone from a particular price to the price it is now, like just like that. It has been a gradual increase, but I've been doing my research for the end of this video, and I found that it used to cost £10.95 to get in back in 2015, which is the year that we started going as a couple, and now it's £29, so that means it's more than doubled. And well, does that mean it's almost tripled? I don't know. I can't really do maths, but yeah, I can't believe it. It is expensive to get in there now. But when you compare it to other places around the UK, other attractions and stuff, around about 29, maybe £30. That's pretty much average to get into somewhere now. I think when we went to Chester Zoo, for instance, back in November. And don't get me wrong, Chester Zoo is much bigger than Folly Farm, but when we went to Chester Zoo, I think we paid about £32 or something like that each, if I remember, or maybe 34. But my point is that it's pretty average to pay around about the £30 mark to get in somewhere now. The problem that I've got with the admission price for Folly Farm at the moment is that it just always seems to be unfinished when you go. There always seems to be something that needs to be worked on, or there's something closed for refurbishment, and that's why I used the term noticeable earlier on when I was talking about the ticket price, because you keep seeing these things, and the things that are closed for refurbishment and stuff, they don't really impact your day too much, but then other things like, I don't know, not being able to feed the animals in the barn, for example, didn't like ruin our day, but it was just a noticeable difference in the day, and you look and you go, well, what am I paying nearly £30 to get in for then if I can't do something that I've been doing for a very long time? I don't know, maybe I'm just picking things apart on purpose for the sake of this video. I don't mean to be too harsh, because at the end of the day, Folly Farm is still a really good place to go. It seems well kept, it's not like dirty or anything like that. It's a really nice place to visit, and if you go, you will still enjoy. It's just yeah, a lot more expensive than what it used to be. And not only are you paying nearly £30 for an adult to get in the fairground, you've also got to pay for tokens. As I mentioned earlier on, it was £1 for one token. And some of the rides, they cost you 2 tokens to get on. So if you're not careful, you will be spending quite a lot of money there. I think that's why they offer the wristband, maybe, because perhaps it works out, you know, like better value or something. But even the outdoor attractions that I didn't get any footage of, you've got go-karts there, and you've got some diggers there for kids. I didn't get any footage of any of this, but I think you've got to pay separately for those things as well. So if you're not careful, you will be spending quite a lot of money at Folly Farm, but it is still a really nice place to visit. It is a good day out, and we enjoyed ourselves. Now, I can't finish this video without talking about the anxiety that I've been going through. I've mentioned it a few times throughout this video, and I'm definitely not one of those people that you see on social media when they go, you know, my life is a misery or something like that, and then someone comments, especially on Facebook, somebody will put something like that on Facebook, and then somebody will comment going, what's the matter? And then the person who's posted it will go, oh, well, I'll send you a message now. And it's like, no. If you're going to be so public with how you're feeling, then at least tell everybody. So when I talk about anxiety, I'll talk about anxiety. You can switch off now if you want to, if you're not really interested in listening about my problems in my life at the moment. And before you do turn off, if you're going to, please feel free to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching if you've enjoyed the video up until this point. But if you want to stay and listen to me ramble on for a couple of seconds or maybe minutes about my anxiety, then feel free to stick around. The only reason I'm mentioning it is because it's directly connected to my last upload where I was talking about life uncertainty. And the thing that's been affecting me the most with my anxiety over the last couple of weeks, including at Folly Farm, and trust me, it really has been affecting me. Some of the footage that I've recorded for this video that I haven't included, I can't remember recording it. I've had so much brain fog, I've been losing sleep, and it was to do with the situation that I explained in my last video where I was talking about jobs and whether I'll have a job at the end of June or not. I've known about this situation since February, and there's still, as of the 19th of June, which is the date today as I'm talking to you, there's still no confirmation as to whether I'm going to be kept on in my job or not, and they're going to leave it right until the last minute and either say yes or no, and it's not the best for someone's mental health. But the good news is my manager has been able to sort out me moving to another team for another couple of months. So this contract, it might come to an end, but it won't matter because I'm going to be on another team in the same organisation. That's good news. The kind of iffy news is the fact that it is only for a couple of months. It's up until the 28th of August for now. And there's a good thing about that and there's a bad thing about that. Obviously, the bad thing is that I might still be in this same situation in a couple of months' time where I'm needed to find something for like September onwards. The good news, and when I say this, please don't think that, I've got my priorities all wrong and everything, because I'm still looking for jobs every single day. I stand by what I said in my last video where I was talking about the fact that it's really hard to get a job. I have literally been losing sleep over thinking about where the next wage is going to come from and all of that stuff. Like, I'm definitely thinking about real life when I say this, but the good news and the good takeaway from this situation is the fact that we can now finally, and I can't believe I'm about to say this when I'm talking about, job uncertainty and all of that stuff, we get to go to Florida now. I can't believe I've just said that on a YouTube video when I'm supposed to be worried about jobs and everything like that. Obviously, like I've said, I really am still worried about jobs. I take anxiety and mental health really seriously. And this is a situation that's been affecting my mental state, if you like, for the last couple of weeks. But it was a good thing being able to be extended until the end of August, because the last Florida direct debit for our 3-week holiday in November is due in the middle of August. So we're going to be able to get that paid, which means that we'll definitely be able to go, which means that I'll be able to take this camera over to Florida with us and do some vlogs from over there. We're going to be going to Disney, we're going to be going to Universal, we're going to be doing all sorts of Florida things, and I'm planning on doing a little bit of a series towards the end of the year. Now, this is important to me because these videos keep me busy from feeling negative about myself. So when I said at the start of this video that I really appreciate all the comments and everything like that are slowly starting to come through. It's not like I'm taking over the world with YouTube or anything like that, but just even if it's just one comment that says, oh, great video, enjoyed this, enjoyed that, even if it's someone showing support like some people did on my last video, like, it really, really means a lot to me. The editing side of YouTube keeps me really busy, and it's allowing me to not feel so negative about myself. So the fact that I've been extended means that we can go to a place which is one of our favourite places in the world, and it means that I can take this camera, as I've said, and do these videos. But yeah, it's been quite a tough time over the last couple of weeks. But yeah, I think I'm rambling just a little bit now, aren't I? So Folly Farm, it was a really good day out. My head has been plagued with stress and anxiety and everything. So I do apologise if it's affected this video at all. I was listening to the voiceover of myself yesterday when I was editing this video a little bit, and I was like, God, Shane, you sound really miserable in this voiceover. And it was because I was just really tired and stressed and all of that, and I was trying to use YouTube to keep me distracted. But Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've gotten this far, thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, please do consider subscribing and all of that wonderful YouTube stuff. And hopefully I'll see you on the next video.